Hello everyone, today I have 40 plus satisfactory tips for you to improve your overall build efficiency and knowledge of the game. These 40 plus tips will cover a little bit of everything from beginner to more advanced tips. So do me a huge favor and hit that like button and let's get right into it. There is a world grid that you can snap your foundations to. You can do this by holding the control button while placing a foundation. This will make sure that all your factories on the map will align to the same grid. This works best with 2 and 4 meter foundations, so make sure to use one of those first. For early game leaves gathering, instead of clicking E on every leaves pile to pick them up, wait until you see the press E to pick leaves message to appear. Then press and hold E and run around hovering over piles of leaves to automatically pick them up. When manual crafting, if you press the space button, manual crafting will be done automatically until you run out of materials, leave the craft desk, or press the space button again. You don't have to hold the space bar, just click it once. You can significantly improve your build speed by changing the build style by clicking or holding R. This will allow you to change from default to things like zoop or vertical. These allow you to chain up to 10 of the same buildable in one click. Start syncing items as early and quickly as you can. This can be as simple as connecting an unused ore node straight into the sink. It will take you lots and lots of coupons to unlock everything, so the sooner you start, the better. Slide jumping is faster than just running. While running forward on a flat or downhill area, press C to crouch and perform a slide. Then, while sliding, jump to get a boost of speed and height. If you slide jump off a conveyor belt, you can get even faster speeds. You can add a new power pole to an existing power line without having to undo the current lines. Just select the pole or wall outlet to build, left click on an existing line, then click where you want the new one to be located. This also works for wall outlets. You can copy a buildable by middle mouse clicking on it. This will not copy recipes, however. That being said, you can copy paste recipes without opening the buildable. Just hover over a buildable and hit Ctrl C, and then hover over a different buildable and hit Ctrl plus V to paste the recipe. The copy paste also works for signs without opening them. You can change the type of buildable by clicking or holding E. You can also change a material by left or right clicking with this menu open. You can search for info about any item in the game by pressing N. This is also useful for swapping between buildables quicker if they aren't in your hotbar. You can also use this search bar to do some math formulas. 1 + 1 + 2... Mergers and splitters can be placed directly on the belts. Belts, poles, and miners can be upgraded directly without deleting them. You can see what's in a container by hovering the deconstruction tool over the container. You can keep factories clean by snapping buildables positions by holding the control button. You can create proper 90-degree pipes by changing the build mode to horizontal to vertical. Speaking of 90 degrees, to keep your factories clean, use 90-degree belts as best as you can. To do this, line up the belt with where you would want the turn to be, then back up the belt 2 steps and place down the belt. Then you can set the new connection that will do the 90-degree turn. Here's a bonus tip. If this is your first playthrough, just enjoy the game and take in everything it has to offer. Don't try to make these massive builds. Just build the way you want, and it can be as spaghetti as you want it to be. Important part is to have fun. Except clipping. Clipping is never excusable. If you fall down from a high point whilst full health, you will take damage down to half a life left. If you happen to fall a second time without being full health, you will die. Here's a tip that I don't see a lot of people mention a lot is you can reach higher with a conveyor lift by creating a floor with a floor hole, then snapping to the top of it. These next few tips have to do with manipulating stacks of items. Right-click a stack of items to split them in half. Hold the right click to choose how much to split the stack into. Double-click a stack to move them to a container. You can also hold Shift and left-click the stack to move the stack. Finally, you can hold Control and left-click an item to move all of the same items between containers. A quick way to traverse vertically at the beginning is to use stackable conveyor belt poles. My next tip is to start finding crash sites early and grab the hard drives within to unlock alternate recipes as quick as possible. There's some great early game alternate recipes like the cast screws or the stitch iron plates. And when you need power at one of these crash sites, you can temporarily build a couple biomass burners and just grab the leaves around the site to power these burners. Change the factory colors by opening the builder menu and going to customizer. You can also set automatic new items of certain categories to be the certain colors by right-clicking a color swatch and choosing the default color for the certain buildable. You could swap out an already built wall for a different wall type, such as a concrete wall into a window by holding Control while placing the window down. You can snap foundations and walls to things like barriers and catwalks. This allows you to create different shapes for your factories. This next tip, I've seen a lot of people ask about it because it's not very obvious you can do this. You can mass dismantle only one type of item easily by setting a keybind, the toggle specified multi-select dismantle keybind. This also works when applying colors to your factory. Using the keybind, you are able to just color everything of the first thing you selected only. You can somewhat hide Z-fighting issues by using asphalt. If you look real close, you will still see some issues, but overall it's much harder to notice. Rails carry power. This allows you to just run rail networks across the map and not have to worry about bringing power lines also. This also works for your hover pack. As long as you are near a rail line, you will not lose power on that hover pack. I've seen people wonder how to create angled pillars. When you put a pillar down horizontally, you can hold Control and move the mouse wheel up or down to create an angle on that pillar. You can close off unused wall conveyor holes by using signs. The trick here is to put down a 1 meter high floor, put down some signs to line up the hole, then you can change the color of the sign to match the wall. My last tip is to just watch other people play and find inspirations for your own factory builds. I have a playlist with my Update 6 series right here for you to look at. Until next time, take care.